Hello CLAT aspirants, welcome to class 3 of Constitutional Law when it comes to the legal reasoning syllabus of CLAT 2026. I am Sheva Khan, I am BA LLB Honors Batch Gold Medalist and इस चैनल के थ्रू मैं आपकी हेल्प करने वाली हूँ आपके सारे के सारे CLAT के सिलेबस को कवर करने में फॉर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. सो इफ यू ऑल्सो वांट टू बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ दिस चैनल देन आपको इसको सब्सक्राइब करना पड़ेगा एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट एंड लेट मी टेल यू कि पिछले साल क्लैट 2025 में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस डायरेक्टली इन क्लासेस से आई थी. ये क्लासेस पिछले साल पेड थी, पेड बैच का हिस्सा थी, बट इस साल मैंने ये सारी क्लासेस लाइव एंड रॉ आपके लिए अपलोड करी हैं ऑन दिस चैनल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. सो डू वॉच दिस क्लास केयरफुली एंड इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट आप मेरा व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं जिसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में नीचे दिया हुआ है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इस ग्रुप में मैं डाउट सॉल्विंग करती हूँ बच्चों के लिए एंड हम बहुत सारे मेंटरशिप सेशंस करते हैं, डेली करंट अफेयर्स, क्विजेस, मंथली मैगजीन्स, लीगल करंट अफेयर्स, इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स फॉर करंट अफेयर्स. सो मेनी थिंग्स आर शेयर्ड इन दिस ग्रुप. सो आपके जैसे बहुत सारे एस्पिरेंट्स वहाँ ऑलरेडी हैं. इसे मिस मत करो, ज्वाइन कर लो एंड यू कैन गेट स्टार्टेड विद द क्लास. इस क्लास में हम बात करने वाले हैं प्रीएम्बल ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की. वन मोर थिंग, इन क्लासेस में जब भी जहां भी कोई पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन आया है उस टॉपिक से सो मैं उसके इंट्रोडक्शन में ही मेंशन कर दूंगी. हालांकि प्रीएम्बल से अभी कोई डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन कभी आया नहीं है सो आई डू नॉट हैव एनीथिंग टू शेयर विद यू. बट जब भी जिस टॉपिक से कोई पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन आया होगा आपको उसके बारे में उसके इंट्रोडक्शन में ही पता लग जाएगा. सो दैट्स अ वेरी गुड वे टू कवर योर पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चंस आल्सो. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू कि जब भी आप इस सीरीज के बाकी क्लासेस को भी देखिए आप उसके इंट्रोडक्शन को स्किप किए बिना देखना ताकि वो पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन आपसे स्किप ना हो जाए. राइट? Let's get started and learn about the preamble of the Indian Constitution. Let's start.
Okay, so now it is being recorded. All right. So let's start with the class, everyone. This is class 2 of the constitutional law, in which we'll be studying about the preamble. मेरी स्लाइड्स को पता नहीं लाल कलर कितना पसंद है, ऑटोमेटिक हमेशा रेड चूज करके रखता है. ठीक है. So any of you has any idea what a preamble is? Have heard of it before? Anything like that? Please go ahead. कभी सुना हो? क्या हो सकता है? So one thing that took my attention that Samriddhi said that it is the part of the constitution. All right. The second thing is it tells about the resolution of the people. Basically, India is a democracy, right? ये हम सबको पता है. जब हम कहते हैं कि India is the largest democracy of the world, इसका meaning क्या है? Who can tell me that what do we mean by saying that India is a democracy? What is it? Why don't we say that India is a dictatorship, India is a monarchy? But we choose democracy, the term democracy. So yes, तुम लोग बहुत अच्छे बच्चे हो. You have no idea how relieved I am to have you all. मुझे बहुत कम पढ़ाना पड़ेगा तुम लोग को ऐसा लग रहा है. So yes, a democracy simply means where there is rule of the people. अब rule of the people का मतलब this तो cannot be that whatever I am saying I'll do. Like mostly you can through your fundamental rights. But rule of the people simply means that there is a system of elections wherein the people can choose their own leaders. So India may we have recently we have had Lok Sabha elections, right? So we have chosen Shriman Modi ji as our prime minister. Okay? So here it was the collective voice of the people that made us to choose the leader of the nation, and thus we say that India is a democracy. So उसी तरह से बच्चों preamble क्या होता है? Like we can just brainstorm over here. So it is said that it is the resolution of the people. Resolution of the people can be that how do we want our country to be? Okay, how do we want our country to be? It also says public, there is one more term, secular, there is also democratic. So jitni bhi hamari main qualities hai, remember yesterday what we learned about in the salient features? So almost all those qualities have been written down in a particular document और उस document को हम कहते हैं preamble. ठीक है. This is very much right that this is the resolution of the people. By that we mean that how do we want our country to look like? How do we want our constitution to be? Is actually how we are New Year पे resolution लेते हैं ना कि इस साल तो मैं पक्का, मैंने तो बहुत बार लिया है जिम जाऊंगी and अभी भी I have paid the fees for 3 months or so. It's about to getting over and I haven't gone to the gym, right? But we take such resolutions, right? So these are the aspirations basically. हम कह सकते हैं कि how do we want to be? So these are the aspirations. और किसके aspirations? Aspirations of the people of the country. अभी we'll read about it, तब ज़्यादा समझ में आएगा. अब I want one more question that I want to ask. Seeing the name preamble, now just tell me if this is the book of the Indian Constitution, this is Constitution of India, where would preamble be in this book? ये बुक की स्टार्टिंग में होएगा या बुक के एंड में हो. और किसी भी बुक में इंडेक्स होता है ना, इंडेक्स. सो वेयर इज दैट इंडेक्स? वो इंडेक्स उसकी स्टार्टिंग में ही होता है ना. सो सी, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ओके, like I am these days reading this book, right? Now if I want to know ki what all can I find in this book, so where will I go? In the beginning of the book, like this is the contents, the index of the book. Similarly, preamble is also the index of your constitution, an overview, an introduction, a base, a resolution, as you like to say, okay? So that is why it makes more sense that it is in the beginning of the book, okay? One more idea I can give you. How many of you know of this word prefix? इंग्लिश में पढ़ते थे ना, प्रीफिक्स एंड सफिक्स. सो विच वन इज इट जो पहले आता है? प्रीफिक्स पहले लगता है या सफिक्स पहले लगता है? सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, whenever there is any word pre, it is always for something that is added in the beginning of something, okay? Pre, कोई आइडिया दो, एग्जाम्पल दो कोई जरा. पहले तो याद थे प्री. चलो, जैसे एक एग्जाम्पल होता है प्री नप्चुअल. नप्चुअल इज मैरिज एंड प्री इज बिफोर अ मैरिज. सो अ डॉक्यूमेंट दैट यू साइन बिफोर द मैरिज is prenuptial, okay? Precursor, that existed earlier. ये तो और बड़े टफ वर्ड्स है. कुछ प्री से बताओ जो स्टार्टिंग में हो. So this is also one. Pre-constitutional laws. So those laws that came before the constitution, right? So ये हो गया एग्जाम्पल. तो कहीं भी प्री होगा. So pre will always make sure that it is something that has come before another thing. So always remember, preamble is the introduction of the Indian Constitution, and it is where it is in the intro or in the first page of the Constitution. I was also talking to Samriddhi when the class had started that in the NCERT books also you must have noticed starting when there is this thing maybe it looks something like this. ये कभी देखा है something like this in your NCERT or CBSE books? So this is the preamble. So it is even before the index. तो ये book का भी index से भी पहले है. So that is why it makes sense. कि Constitution also it will be before the entire constitutional book. But now is the time, everyone, for the fun fact. You have to now tell me, अच्छा, you remember how many days did we take to complete the constitution? पूरा बनाने में कितना था लगभग? So you all remember this was the time, 2 years, 11 months, 18 days that we precisely took to complete the constitution. But देखो, अब दो बातें कंसिडर करनी है, बड़ा ध्यान से सुनना इस बात को, ठीक है? I am saying that the preamble is an introduction to the constitution. All are agreeing with me, yes or no?
Yes,
That
sir.
preamble is the introduction of the
Yes.
constitution. डिटेल में हम देखेंगे, ठीक है? और मैं ये कह रही हूँ that 1947 के बाद, after 1947, it took us approximately 3 years to complete the constitution. All are agreeing with me on this also? All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
two things. One is this, second is this. Now you have to tell me that when did we make or paste this paper of preamble in the main constitution? So I'm saying it is the introduction of the constitution, okay? And I'm saying कि इतने time में we completed the constitution. So when was preamble added to the constitution? Starting में, end में, and उसकी reasoning भी लग तो काफी strong रही है that it was accepted almost in 1946 only, और तभी उसको add कर लिया था. तो अभी तो tie चल रहा है भाई. So Harini, Mridula, what is your vote in this? Preamble got accepted, or it was added to the constitution at the end when everything was done, or in the very beginning when we were just starting to make the constitution? So maybe you might have not understood what Harini is saying. Samruddhi, this is actually the reasoning of your answer. The one that you are saying that was accepted, it was objective resolution. And asal mein, this preamble is nothing but a copy of objective resolutions only, and it was brought by Jawaharlal Nehru. And let's discuss on this. So, Samruddhi, you are also correct in this, that objective resolution was for sure accepted in 1946, but that was not the preamble. Objective resolution, as you are also pointing out, this is the resolution of the people. So we understood objectively that how we want the constitution to be. But Arya is correct in the fact that when we made the entire constitution, then we understood that these are the highlights of the constitution, and we solicited them, we brought them together, and then we made the preamble. So technically speaking, preamble, even being the introduction of the Indian Constitution, was the last thing to be added to the Constitution. So think about it, right? So this is quite a strange thing that even though it introduces the Constitution, but it was added the last in the Constitution. So now there is no precise date or anything for that, but for sure, it was added after 26 November 1949 when the Constitution was completely made. All right. So till here we all have clarity. Now let's see that what the law says about the Constitution. So we definitely can say that preamble is the introduction of the constitution. Abhi when we read the preamble, we'll understand more precisely कि क्यों हम इसको introduction कहते हैं, ठीक है? दूसरा, it is key to the minds of the makers of the constitution. Now this is such a tongue twister. Many people cannot say it straight also. So can anyone explain me that what do I mean by saying this? That it is the key to the minds of the makers of the constitution. So isko samajhne ke liye just let's do a reverse learning. Instead of saying key to the minds of the makers of the constitution, just understand that we know that we had the makers of the constitution, right? We had different people, constituent assembly was there, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, chairman of drafting committee, we know that, right? So in makers का mind भी होगा, भाई बिना mind के तो constitution नहीं बनाएंगे ना, ठीक है? So key to the mind क्या होता है? It's just like key to a lock. So similarly, these makers, with what mind did they make this constitution? If they added a secular character, so why was it done so? If they added, fundamental rights, then why did we do so? If they added, let's say that we are a democratic country, the system of elections, then what justifies the presence of this particular thing? This is told in the preamble because it is there as a highlighted version of the constitution. It is in the preamble. Got it? So we say that preamble is the key to the minds of the makers of the constitution. And thirdly, it reflects the nature and ideals of the constitution. Very simple as that. When we say resolution, it is actually nothing else but if we are making use of 10 words, for example, in a preamble, all those 10 words reflect what are the ideals of constitution. कि हमारा constitution क्या कहता है, कैसा है, क्या चाहता है, what is the objective that we want to achieve through the constitution. So I hope everybody is clear with this now, that preamble is something that is the introduction of the constitution, and it tells us that what was there exactly in the minds of the constitution makers and what is exactly there in the constitution of the country as well. All right. Now, let's give it a read, everyone. I hope it is visible to you all. मैं थोड़ा सा zoom भी कर देती हूँ, ठीक है? Right. Now I want that all of you take turns to just read a little part of this. All right. So Samriddhi, I would like you to read it till here. Okay. And you try to explain me also what is it trying to say till here. All right. Okay. So अभी एक बार आप लोग समझाओ. Then last में I was going to say I will समझाओ the entire thing. I will explain all of it. ठीक है. So who can go next? Actually में क्या हुआ था 1950 में एक word की गड़बड़ करी है, बस तुमने adopt नहीं हुआ था. 1950 में enforce हुआ था. I will give you an example. Like you buy a new phone. Okay. You're buying it today. Today the date is 18th July. Okay. 2024. Now this is the date when you have completely bought. You already have that phone in your hand now. But let's say you start using this phone on 1st August 2024. Aren't these two things different? Right? So just think the day when you bought and you kept that phone with yourself is the day of adoption. But the day you started actually using it is the day of enforcement. So that is the difference. That in here you have to just understand that this date, 26 November 1949, was the date when it was completely ready. We adopted it, we enacted it, we gave it all the power. But we did not start using it. Remember, 26 January, historic date, Purna Swaraj ka demand and everything. So finally, it was on 26th January 1950 when it was enforced, and thus we celebrate what? We celebrate the Republic Day. All right. Now I will explain to all of you what do we actually mean by this preamble. Okay, it's a very nice, simple, exit. So firstly, what it says is that we, the people of India. So this tells that who actually is saying this, we. And this proves one more time that we are a democracy, right? So we, the people of India, we are resolving to do what? We are resolving to make India, we will understand about these words also, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So these are the 5 things that are very, very important, okay, which we will understand the meaning of, So can anyone tell me the meaning of sovereign? Yes. So basically what happens is that by sovereign, I mean to say that if India is an independent country, so we will not be bothered, we will not be hindered by the decision of any other country. We are a completely independent country, and India will not have any international, I can say, subordination. So we are not subordinate to any other country. Now you might say that India is a part of United Nations. Then what to do? India, listens to what the international people are saying and everything. That is right. Okay, we do. But can they also just say and command and order India that you have to do this? No, they can. Okay, why? Because India एक sovereign country है. तो अब ये हमेशा समझना कि sovereignty का meaning होगा when we are not bound or subordinate to any international power, and we are a completely independent country internationally also. All right, this is a meaning of sovereign. Socialist बच्चों, what is socialist? Socialist is when we do something for the welfare of the entire society. So having a welfare state का example, have you heard of the government schemes? Like for example, we have the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So what do we do in that? The government tries to make pakka houses for people who cannot afford them on their own, right? So what we are trying to do, we are trying to do some welfare for the poor people. So if we are doing anything that is for the benefit of the poor people, we are trying to reduce poverty and we are trying to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor in the society. By that we mean that we are socialist in nature. So जो दान करते हैं जैसे गवर्नमेंट हमारी कुछ ना कुछ स्कीम्स के थ्रू हेल्प करती है गरीबों की, उनको लेट्स से यू हैव हर्ड ऑफ दिस मनरेगा, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So basically it helps the poor to secure work for 100 days, minimum 100 days in a year, so that they can earn well also, right? So इस तरह की जब भी हम कुछ policies करते हैं, we are trying to do welfare for the people, and thus we are turned out to be a socialist country. Secular का meaning तो बहुत easy है. What do we mean by secular? So where we enjoy religious equality. ठीक है? So India is a secular country, and by that we mean that the Indian government, India as a country has no religion of its own. Okay, I will give you an example, beta. So एक होता है secular country and one is a theocratic country. Theo basically means God. So these are those countries जो govern होते हैं through religion. I'll give you one example. Pakistan is a theocratic country. The preamble, the constitution of Pakistan also mentions Islam. है ना? But in our constitution, we do not talk about any religion. Do we say that हमारी सरकार का religion ये है? That yeah, India का religion ये है? Many people will think of saying, you'll hear of saying Hindu राष्ट्र है, this and that. But has it been written anywhere that we are a Hindu country or anything like that? What do you think? कहीं पढ़ा है आपने? नहीं. So India is a secular country wherein we mean that we have religious equality and there is no religion of the state, which means the country has no religion whatsoever. Okay, country is secular, it respects all the religion, but उसका खुद का कोई religion नहीं है. Okay, भाई देखो इसको कहते हैं कहना कुछ और करना कुछ, ठीक है? So होता ideally बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए, सच में नहीं होनी चाहिए. But the point is that if any government for that matter or any person, any religious denomination, कोई भी हो, अगर वो रिलीजन को यूज कर रहे हैं, rather मिसयूज कर रहे हैं टू गेन देयर ओन प्रॉफिट, तभी ये होता है. बिकॉज रिलीजन इज अ वेरी सेंसिटिव मैटर. ये तो पता ही होगा. पता नहीं लोगों में क्या इतना भूत सवार हो जाता है एकदम ही धर्म का नाम सुन के. वैसे नहीं कर रहे होंगे एक भी धर्म का काम, ठीक है ना? वैसे पढ़ा नहीं होगा कुछ भी अपने खुद के रिलीजन के बारे में, बट कोई और नहीं दिस कह सकता आपके धर्म के बारे में. सो दिस इज अ सैड रियलिटी, समृद्धि, दैट even because we are so diverse, so it is many a times a bit challenging to bring harmony amongst all the religions, right? Because problem क्या है ना, इंडिया में एम्प्लॉयमेंट पे फोकस नहीं है, एजुकेशन पे फोकस नहीं है, एक्चुअल जो इक्वालिटी होती है अमंगस्ट इंडिविजुअल उस पे फोकस नहीं है, अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल पे फोकस नहीं है, धर्म पे फुल फोकस है. लेकिन ठीक है, अभी आप धर्म के नाम पे किसी से प्रॉपर्टी मांगो ना तो उसको लगेगा मना करके भी मैं पाप कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? और वैसे तो मुझसे 100 रुपए मांग लो कि किस बच्चे की पढ़ाई के लिए 100 रुपए नहीं है, अरे फालतू के खर्चा कराते हैं खाली क्या, ठीक है? सो यहाँ पे इट इज माई ओपिनियन दैट अनलेस वी रियली आर एबल टू डाइवर्ट द पॉपुलेशन इन द राइट डायरेक्शन, दैट you must have seen educated people talk very less about these stupid issues. I'm not talking religion as a stupid issue, but fighting over religion as a stupid issue. Because they're like, bhai, there are so many other goals that one must achieve in life rather than just, like, you remember when Ram Mandir was constructed, people were really happy about it. I was also very happy. I was like, okay, fine, if it makes the nation happy, it's okay. But Ayodhya ke log bhi, they did not vote for the prime minister because सिर्फ मंदिर में रह के तो खाना नहीं मिलेगा ना. They need employment. They need food for survival. So this is how it is, कि technically, Samriddhi, we are a secular country. तो उसमें कम से कम इतना relief है that you can follow the religion of your choice. Nobody can really compel you कि why are you following this, why are you not following this. But does secularity give you the guarantee कि कभी fight नहीं होगी religion पे? No, that's not going to happen. ठीक है, so unfortunately, but I'm hoping that with time, जब तुम लोगों की generation और boom करेगी, so I think इतना नहीं होगा, right? So yes. So next is a democratic country. ये तो आप सबको पता है what a democratic country means where it is the rule of the people. All right. So India is definitely a democratic country. Acha, what is a republic country then? The only difference between democratic and republic is they complete each other in Indian context. I'll tell you how. Democratic countries where there is rule of the people, and republic countries where the head of the state is elected. The only thing in this is this. So in India, who is the head of the state? जरा मैं ये पूछती हूँ, who is the head of the state? State में उत्तराखंड, उत्तरांचल, उत्तर प्रदेश की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, इंडिया एज अ स्टेट की बात कर रही हूँ, पूरे नेशन का. तो who is the head of the nation? सोच के बताना जरा. So head of the executive बोल लो, executive से ज्यादा, it is head of the government. ठीक है, तो ये हमेशा याद रखना that in Indian context the head of the country is definitely the president only. तो यहाँ पे भी जब हम कह रहे हैं ना कि रिपब्लिक में हेड ऑफ द स्टेट इज इलेक्टेड, तो प्रेसिडेंट भी इंडिया में इनडायरेक्टली इलेक्टेड होता है, बट इलेक्टेड होता है. ठीक है, सो हेड ऑफ द स्टेट और हेड ऑफ द नेशन इज द प्रेसिडेंट, बट जो सरकार है, जो गवर्नमेंट जो रन होती है, उसके हेड कौन है? प्राइम मिनिस्टर. डेमोक्रेसी का मतलब क्या होता है? दैट ऑल अदर इंडिविजुअल्स ऑल्सो, द गवर्नमेंट सिस्टम विल रन ऑन द रूल ऑफ द पीपल. गेटिंग? इंडिया में एमएलए हो, एमपी हो, कोई भी हो, देर ऑल इलेक्टेड. डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट वो छोड़ दो, but they're all elected, right? So ultimately, पंचायती system also, आप अपने सरपंच को कैसे चूज करते हो? इलेक्शंस के थ्रू, ग्राम सभा इलेक्शंस के थ्रू. So if you have a leader whatsoever, anything, anyone in power is an elected body in the country. मतलब आपको मैं IAS वाईएस की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, but government runners जो होते हैं, right? So वहां पे it is said that it is rule of the people, by the people, for the people. कौन वोट कर रहा है? लोग वोट कर रहे हैं. किसको वोट कर रहे हैं? लोगों में से ही किसी को वोट कर रहे हैं, right? So all I'm saying is that republic completes the meaning of democracy. I'm not saying that they're any different or anything like that. But what is a republic? जैसे कि I'll give you an example. Britain. Is Britain a republic? क्या लगता है? England republic है. So आप ये बताओ कि वहां की जो क्वीन एलिजाबेथ है, अब तो चलो God rest her in peace, ठीक है, इनको कभी किसी ने वोट देके क्वीन बनाया था? So वहां पे भी almost the system is like that of India only. They also have a parliament, they also have people getting elected, prime minister भी है, सब कुछ भी है. तो democracy तो वो भी है, but it is not a republic. So now you see a difference. कि जैसे वहां पे who is the prime minister? Boris Johnson, if I'm not wrong, right now PM अभी वहां का जो है, ठीक है. So Boris, हाँ, I think Boris Johnson ही है. हाँ, Boris Johnson ही है. हाँ, Keir Starmer, Harani has written. Okay, all right, ठीक है. So like अब देखो, अब जैसे Keir Starmer is the prime minister. Now, how did he become the prime minister? People voted for him only. So democracy तो वहां पे भी होगी, right? But then is it also a republic? No, it is a monarchy plus democracy. So that is why to distinct ourselves from other countries, we had to make sure that we tell people that we are a democracy, but we are a republican kind of democracy where we do not have any king, queen, Elizabeth, no one like that, no monarchy. We only have the elected, even the head of the state and country is elected one. Now you see a difference in this? So always remember बच्चों, जब हम head of the country की बात करते हैं, head of the state कहीं भी word आएगा ना constitution में, it will always mean the country. Okay? जब हम normally states लिख रहे हैं, then it will be the normal states that we are in. Okay? So head of the state or head of the country is the president, but सरकार का जो head है, head of the government is the prime minister. So you have to remember that. Now, next what we are saying is that what we want to give to all the citizens, we want to give them justice. Okay, but what kind of justice? Social justice, that they're treated equally in the society. They have, like for example, if I can go to a temple, then you can also go to a temple, right? So this is in a way a kind of justice. Economic justice, that all of us should have the opportunities to earn and to get better and to become better in the society. Political justice, if you can vote, I can also vote. If you are above 18, you can vote, I can also vote if I'm above 18. If you can contest elections, I can also contest elections, unless I'm a criminal, but India mein criminals bhi kar lete hain, but yes, okay? So justice should be political justice, economic justice, as well as social justice, all right? Liberty, खुलापन, जो आपका एक freedom है आपके पास, किस चीज की freedom होनी चाहिए? Of thought, of expression. I can think what I want to think. Do not think some criminal things, okay? Do not, that's not good. But any good thing, okay? Okay, like let's say that I want to have a startup of my own. Like let's say this, for example, Weed and Legal. Okay, I thought of it. So I thought of it. I expressed it to somebody. Okay, now this can also be, see, it can also be in the area of faith and worship also, but generally also, if you want to do a job, you can believe that you can have a job. You can think about it. You can express. You can make a profile of yourself. You can go and approach somebody on LinkedIn also. So this is very essential liberty, right? Then of faith and worship for sure. When we say that India is a secular country, it means if I want to worship one kind of God, I can. If I want to worship 100 kind of God, I can. If I do not want to worship anyone, do you know that in right to religion, this is also a right not to follow any religion. पता है और एक आपको एक बहुत ही fun fact ही है बताऊं. When we talk about right to express, freedom of expression is a fundamental right also. अभी हम पढ़ेंगे आगे जाके, ठीक है? Right not to speak is also a fundamental right. Do you know? So it's not like कि बोल 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 बोलता क्यों नहीं है, fundamental right है, बोलना ही पड़ेगा. नहीं भाई, चुप रहना भी मेरा fundamental right. So if I do not want to speak, that is also my fundamental right. Okay? I'll tell you actually जो Article 19 में the language of fundamental right under Article 19 is freedom of speech and expression. So it's nowhere written in words that it is also a fundamental right that you do not want to speak, if you do not want to speak. But in the interpretations of the judiciary, जब judiciary ने इसको over the years देखा है, it is said and believed that expression में silence is also a kind of expression. Like let's say when a girlfriend is angry, ठीक है, अब वो लड़का उसको मना रहा है, ठीक है, अरे क्या हो बेबी, बोलो ना. Is she not expressing her anger? जरूरी है वो बोले कि भाग जाओ यहाँ से, बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है मुझे तुम्हारे ऊपर, अब उधर देख रही है, उधर देख रही है, बात ही नहीं कर रही है. So silence is also a kind of expression, right? So it has been believed that even not speaking anything is a kind of expression, and thus it is also a fundamental right under freedom of speech and expression. Okay, so if you do not want to speak anything also, that is also your right. I'll give you a very famous case in this. I think the name of the case was Bijo Emmanuel versus State of Kerala. I do not need to remember the name, but what happened was this was a school, right? So सुबह जनगण मन होता है, ठीक है? So we all sing Jangan Man, the national anthem, right? So there were two students who were only silent, right? They were all in the attention position and everything, but they were not singing the anthem. So school authorities ने notice किया, ठीक है, कि ये तो नहीं गा रहा है, ठीक है? So उन्होंने क्या किया? They started a case. उन्होंने expel कर दिया उनको school से, and they said कि this is against the nation, this is against your patriotism, that you are not singing the national anthem. So the Supreme Court said in this case, I think Calcutta High Court. The Calcutta High Court said in this case, not speaking is also a kind of expression. So see, they were not causing any disrespect, या तो वो कुछ बदतमीजी कर रहे थे, they were standing silently. क्या पता वो मन में गा रहे हो तभी. So then it was Kerala High Court that said that not speaking is also their fundamental right. So you cannot force them to sing something just because everybody else is singing. Okay? So this is how it is. So when we talk about liberty, it is of expressing and even not expressing, of faith, of worship and everything, right? So then we talk about equality. So equality is किस चीज की equality? It is of status, of opportunity, and last May, what we want to promote amongst everybody. So equality समझ गई, of status. It doesn't matter that you are a rich person, I'm a poor person, or you belong to some particular caste, I belong to some particular caste, howsoever. But we will all be equal in status in front of the constitution. And opportunity का मतलब, if you can, let's say, become an IAS officer, I also can become an IAS officer. So everybody will be given equal chances in the society. और fraternity बच्चों होता है भाईचारा. इसको याद रखना, because other words ना you can also remember easily, but fraternity is something that you might forget. So fraternity is something that is called brotherhood. So if you have read the French Revolution in your 9th class textbook of history, so there this term of fraternity was very famous. Remember? I think, Arya, do you remember you read it? So when there were these people who were fighting against Louis XVI and, all of these things were going on. So you remember there was a special uniform they used to wear known as sans-culottes or something like that, which showed that we belong to the same, fight, and we are all fighting for the same cause and everything. So that was the idea of fraternity. Or India, maybe in the preamble also, it has been taken from the French Revolution 1789 only. Okay, so fraternity का जो concept है इसका मतलब है भाईचारा, brotherhood, right? And in this brotherhood we want to make sure that we are giving dignity to every individual and we are standing upright for the unity and integrity of the nation. इसीलिए अगर आप ऐसा कोई भी काम करते हो, if you do anything that is against the nation, like let's say I go on Twitter and write so many bad things about India, nobody is saying that you cannot criticize your nation. You can. Positive criticism is always welcome in a democracy like India. But if you are saying that India is like that country, like this country, I hate India, everybody should just leave India, or every country should put war on India, you're a bad person. ठीक है, पहली बात तो मतलब पुलिस पकड़ के ले जाएगी, and that means you are against the integrity and unity of the country. ठीक है, so we all have to strive for this. और लास्ट में this is what it is saying, ये बड़ा important होता है, that it is on the 26th day of November 1949 that we adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this constitution. But are we also enforcing it on this date? No. When did we enforce it? So you have to remember this, okay? That it was on this date, जब सब कुछ तैयार था, we adopted it, we were all okay with it, but we waited for 2 more months because of the historic date of 26 January, and we brought it into force on this date of 26 January 1950 when we celebrate the Republic Day. Okay? So इसमें बेटा अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now this is a very nice. अच्छा चलो. Before I move further, how many of you say and think that preamble, अब सब ज्ञान पता चल गया हमें preamble के बारे में, क्या होता है, क्या लिखा है preamble में, सब कुछ हमें ये भी पता चल गया कि that it comes in like before the constitution, right? Now how many of you think that preamble is a part of the Indian constitution? That it is a part of the Indian constitution, मतलब पूरा पूरा legit proper हिस्सा है constitution का. Okay, so Harini says that it is an integral part of the constitution. Superb, ठीक है. बाकी आर्या, what do you think? अभी इतनी कंफ्यूजन का क्या बात है? अभी तो इतनी सारी बातें कर रहे थे प्रियम्बल के बारे में. अब सिंपल बोलो, पार्ट है या नहीं है पार्ट? अब एक बात बताओ आर्या, बुक में है, उसका ओवरव्यू भी है, उसका इंट्रोडक्शन भी है, तो पार्ट क्यों नहीं है? क्या जुल्म किया है बेचारे ने? ऐसी क्या कमी रह गई उसकी परवरिश में कि उसे पार्ट नहीं बना रहे? हम बताओ मुझे. अच्छा तो एक बात बताओ, अभी अभी जैसे ये बुक है, ठीक है, इस बुक में देखो सबसे पहले इसका ये पन्ना है, ठीक है, इसके बाद ये इसके नेम बोल रहा है, फिर ये कुछ कुछ अपनी कहानी बता रहा है, ठीक है, फिर ये कुछ बातें कर रहा है, फिर कॉन्टेंट्स पे आ रहे हैं. तो मैं चैप्टर की पार्ट की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, इस बुक के गत्ते में है, तो क्या ये इसका पार्ट है या नहीं? आप बताओ. देखो भाई, प्रियम्बल इस टाइम जो है ना खून के आंसू रो रहा है. मैं बताती हूँ क्यों. प्रियम्बल कह रहा है, मैं चीख चीख के कह रहा हूँ कि सबको इक्वालिटी मिलनी चाहिए, इक्वालिटी मिलनी चाहिए, पर आर्या जी ने मेरे साथ ही इनइक्वल ट्रीटमेंट कर दिया है. सो मैं बताती हूँ हुआ क्या. टिल 1960, देखो हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था वो एनफोर्स हो गया 1950 में, ठीक है. सो फ्रॉम 1950 टिल 1960 ऐसे ही जुल्म हो रहा था बेचारे प्रियम्बल के ऊपर, ठीक है ना, कि उसको मान ही नहीं रहे थे. ज्यादा क्या ही है, खाली इंट्रोडक्शन देता, भाग यहाँ से, तेरे को हम इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देंगे, ठीक है. सो आर्य जैसे लोग बहुत थे इस टाइम देश में, ठीक है, जो कह रहे थे कि हाँ और लोग के बुक का पार्ट है, सही है, कूल, ज्यादा उड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का पार्ट नहीं है. सो अब क्या हुआ, इन द ईयर 1960 एवरीबडी स्टार्टेड क्वेश्चनिंग कि भाई बता दो बेचारे को, मतलब इज इट अ पार्ट और नॉट, व्हाट हैपेंड, ठीक है. So there was a very famous case which is called as Re Berubari. I will tell you what is the meaning of Re later on. But the name of this case was Re Berubari case of 1960. And very bad thing happened with preamble, that it was declared that it is not a part of the constitution. So preamble के तो धूम ताना वाला म्यूजिक बज गया, ठीक है, कि हे भगवान इतना मेहनत किया, इतना I did so much for the constitution, और लास्ट मोमेंट में I am not the part. मतलब एक होता नहीं है कि एक रिश्तेदार जो शादी में सबसे ज्यादा तैयारी कर रहा है उसी को इनविटेशन ना पहुंचे, ठीक है. हाउ बैड इज दैट, राइट? सो टिल 1960 जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट इट वाज कंसिडर्ड नॉट टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके, सो अभी तक आर्या इज वेरी हैप्पी, ठीक है, देखिए वही तो आई एम सेइंग इट्स नॉट अ पार्ट इन एवरीथिंग. बट जस्ट आफ्टर दिस 13 years later, बच्चों, there was a landmark judgment. In legal bhasha, whenever you listen a landmark judgment, it means which changed everything, you know, which was known as Keshav Nand Bharati versus State of Kerala, 1973, right 13 years after 1960, when it was declared that preamble is rather, as Harini said, an integral part of the constitution. So they said कि ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया, समझ रहे हो, जो हट गए, ठीक है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से. So it was said that since preamble gives such a beautiful, introduction to the constitution, it makes a lot of sense that it is also made an integral part of the actual constitution. So be it the introduction, be it the overview, we agree to that. But yes, and yes, and yes, Arya, it is the part of the Indian constitution. Okay. So you're not wrong in your analogy. Till 1973, it was not a part. Okay. But till date, from 1973, it is an important part of the constitution. Okay. Now, one very important question that comes, bachcho, it can be a very important question in your exam also. Achha, chalo, pehle ye kar lete, then I'll tell you that. So, if all in all we would want to understand that what does the preamble tell us about? So it tells about four things. The first thing, the source of the Indian constitution, who has made the Indian constitution. Remember, we the people of India, having solemnly declared to constitute, to resolve India into this. So it is we the people of India. So if anybody asks you what is the source of the Indian constitution, you can directly say onto their face, we the people of India are the source. How do you know? The preambles tells us so. Got it? Second thing that it tells, the nature of the Indian state. If Indian constitution कैसा है, sovereign है, secular है, socialist है, democratic है, republic है, right? So this is the nature of the Indian constitution. Thirdly, objective. If we have this big constitution, what do we want to give to the citizens? We want to give them justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Remember fraternity? What was this? This was brotherhood. And from where did we take the concept of brotherhood, fraternity? कहाँ से लिया था हमने concept? It was the French Revolution, and the year was 1789. Okay. And last thing that it tells us is the date of adoption of the constitution. Always remember adoption, not enforcement. And that was 26 November 1949. Our last thing that we are going to read in today's class, but even before I move to the slide, you guys will tell me the answer. So there is one thing that I am saying, that preamble is a part of the constitution. Now, do you all agree with me on this? Yes or no? That it is a part. Arya will agree like anything now. Okay, so it is a part of the constitution, right? So, and in which year it became the part of the constitution? 1973 through the Keshavanand Bharati case. Okay, so ek to ye, that I am saying that preamble is a part of the constitution. There is one more statement that I would like to tell you, that any part of the constitution can be amended. Matlab, amendment, remember, जो हमने कल थोड़ा सा पढ़ा था, that a change can be brought in that particular part. So two things, listen very carefully, because after this I'll ask you the very important question. One is preamble is a part of the constitution. Second is any part of the constitution can be amended. So tell me with a yes or no, can preamble be also amended? So the basic structure cannot be amended, yes. But it cannot be destroyed basically, not even amended, it cannot be destroyed, right? But can preamble not be amended? That's the question. We are definitely saying, I'll explain you guys what is a basic structure thing. So can preamble not be amended? I'm not saying nobody's destroying it or anything, just amend it. Dekho, preamble is a part of the constitution and any part of the constitution can be amended. And Harini, the point that you are mentioning is, so beta, what happened in the 1973 same case? It was held, it was said by the Supreme Court that you can amend the constitution, but the basic structure of the constitution cannot be destroyed. The basic structure, let's say that we have fundamental rights, that we are a democracy, we do elections, we have a parliament, we are a federation, right? Power is divided between center and states. Do any amendment you want, but do not destroy this basic structure. So yes, beta, preamble can be amended, and it was actually amended only once so far, and that was in the year 1976. Okay, Harini? So take a special note of this. Nobody is saying that the basic structure can be destroyed. That you cannot, yes. But amendment, you can. Okay, because if that was not the thing, then till date, no amendments would have been possible in the constitution. Okay, so always remember that the preamble has also been amended, but only once. It was through the 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Acha, what is the meaning of 42nd Amendment, 26th Amendment, 15th Amendment? Simple as that. The number of times Constitution has been changed, the same number has been given to the amendment. So 42nd time the amendment was made, and thus it is numbered as 42nd Amendment, or year was 1976. So these three words, remember, socialist was there, secular was there, and integrity was there. These three words were not there in the preamble before 1976, and they were added in the preamble through the Constitution. Okay, so I'll tell you. Can anybody tell me? Achha, I'll tell you one more thing. देखो secular क्या है? Secular is basically where you have equality of religion, मतलब religion, है ना? But if I say that in the Indian Constitution, Articles 25 to 28 already gave us this, right to religion as a fundamental right. So 1976 से पहले, even before 1976, we had these fundamental rights. But then why secular as a word was added later on in 1976? What was the need? हमारे पास तो already fundamental right में था, तो फिर क्यों हमने अलग से इसको as a word preamble में भी add किया? What do you think? It was a very big political move. I'm giving you an example already, like a hint already. Okay, one more hint. The year of amendment was 1976. Something very disastrous had happened 1 year before this. क्या हुआ था 1975 में? अभी देखो, हम में से तो कोई जिंदा था नहीं उस टाइम पे, पैदा ही नहीं हुए थे, ठीक है? But I hope you all must have heard of the 1975 emergency. Have you? When the situation was very bad, everything was going haywire and all right? So what happened, बच्चों? That इस टाइम पे सरकार किसकी थी? Who was the prime minister in 1975? Yes. So Indira Gandhi was the prime minister. अब हुआ क्या? That Indira Gandhi had been bad named, bad mouthed like anything. That, because of her political tactics, India has become so bad, we had to go through an emergency and everything. So to rectify the situation and to bring this, entire zeal of nationalism, janbooch ke, knowingly this amendment was done in the preamble, and these terms were added, that we are fighting for the integrity, we are very much towards religious equality, and Garibi Hatao Andolan was there, very famous Garibi Hatao Andolan was there, to highlight the feature of socialist. Okay, so this was the actual reason of actually having this amendment. So which amendment was it? 42nd Amendment 1976 is the only amendment through which the preamble was amended. And which three words were added, bachcho? Socialist, secular, integrity. Okay, so this is all for today's class. I hope that you understood the idea of preamble. Now what you can do is,
So I hope कि आपको ये क्लास अच्छी लगी एंड आपको यहाँ समझ भी आया होगा. This was the end of this class, but इसके बाद और भी क्लासेस हैं इसी सब्जेक्ट की, तो आप उन्हें ज़रूर देखना. ये बैक टू बैक एक प्लेलिस्ट में लिस्टेड है, सो मिस मत करना. एक भी क्लास मिस करोगे तो अगली आपको समझ में नहीं आएगी. ओके, सो डू वॉच द नेक्स्ट क्लास एंड स्टे ट्यून्ड विद द चैनल इफ यू वांट टू कवर एंटायर क्लैट सिलेबस विद अस इन दिस वीडियो लेक्चर सीरीज. स्टे ट्यून्ड. सी यू देयर.